Welcome to Eternal Focus, devotions to inspire your walk with God. Walking the waterline. Faith, integrity, and God's design. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith, as it is written, "The righteous shall live by faith." Romans 1:16-17. Faith is more than a belief, it is a foundation. But for faith to truly thrive, it requires integrity. Integrity is the unwavering commitment to what you believe, lived out daily in the choices you make, the actions you take, and the character you uphold. Faith and integrity are inseparable. Faith gives integrity its foundation, while integrity proves the authenticity of faith. Together, they form the waterline of your life, the critical boundary between staying afloat in God's purpose or sinking under the weight of compromise. Faith in action. Walking the line with integrity. Picture an acrobat poised on a tightrope suspended high between two buildings. Each step they take requires faith in the wire, the anchors, and their ability to stay balanced. But faith alone isn't enough. It's their step-by-step integrity, their focus and resolve that keeps them moving forward. The same is true for us. Faith is the wire that spans the chasm between uncertainty and God's promises. But the integrity of our steps, our daily actions, decisions, and commitments, proves that we truly believe in the strength of that wire. Faith isn't passive, it's active, demonstrated in how we live. A life of faith without integrity is like a boat with a hidden leak. It looks fine on the surface but is destined to sink below the waterline. Noah, a life above the waterline. Noah's story is a powerful example of faith-proven integrity. When God commanded Noah to build an ark, Noah didn't just believe God's words. He acted on them with meticulous obedience. Every nail hammered, every plank secured, and every detail followed to God's specifications was an act of faith. But Noah's integrity went beyond his craftsmanship. His character stood firm in a world consumed by corruption. Like the ark he built, Noah's life was above the waterline, strong, resilient, and able to withstand the storm. Just as God cared about the details of the ark, he cared about the details of Noah's heart. The ark wasn't just a vessel of salvation, it was a reflection of the relationship between Noah and God. Through the work of building the ark, Noah encountered God not in ritual or religion, but in the everyday tasks of obedience. Passing the waterline test, your life and character. The concept of a waterline is simple yet profound. It's the point at which a vessel floats, where the outside world meets the inner strength of the structure. A boat's integrity is tested below the waterline, where leaks are hidden and compromises can lead to disaster. Your life has a waterline too. It's the boundary between what's visible to others and what's hidden in your heart, your thoughts, motives, and private decisions. God is just as concerned with your below the waterline character as he is with what's seen above. He desires integrity in every part of your life. Think about the specific areas where your integrity is tested. In your relationships, are you honest, loving, and faithful? In your work, are you diligent, ethical, and committed to excellence? In your heart, are your thoughts and desires aligned with God's truth? Just as God walked with Noah through the construction of the ark, he wants to walk with you through the building of your life. He is invested in your growth, your decisions, and your daily walk. Living a life above the waterline. Noah's story reminds us that integrity is not about perfection. It's about consistency and commitment. It's about living in a way that reflects God's character and brings him glory. To live a life above the waterline, invite God into the specifics. Don't separate your spiritual life from your daily tasks. Allow God to guide you in your work, relationships, and decisions. Examine your heart. Identify areas where leaks of compromise or inconsistency may be threatening your integrity. Bring them before God and ask for His help to strengthen you. Walk in obedience. Faith is demonstrated in action. Trust God's promises and live them out with diligence and integrity. Take time to reflect on these questions as you examine your faith and integrity. Have you experienced God's involvement in specific areas of your life? If not, what steps can you take to invite Him in? What parts of your character might God be challenging you to strengthen? Are there any below the waterline areas where you need to align your actions with your faith? How can you live with greater integrity in your work, relationships, and faith? Like Noah, you are called to live a life that reflects God's righteousness and withstands the storms of life. God's plans for you are detailed and intentional, and His desire is to meet you in the specifics of your journey. Your faith is the foundation, and your integrity is the proof. Together, they form a life that is above the waterline, a life that honors God, blesses others, and remains steadfast through every challenge. Will you take the next step with Him today? Thank you for joining me in Eternal Focus Daily Devotions to inspire your walk with God.